Joe Walsh. I work with the LGBTQIA plus Heritage Project. Welcome to Queer Age, episode 12 in 2025. I'm with the lovely Grainne Gibson, and this is her last day after 10 years working with HereNI. Isn't that right, Grainne?
That's right. 10 wonderful years.
So, Grainne, who did you work with in your first year when you came to HereNI, and what attracted you to the job?
So when I first started in HereNI, there was just myself and Cara and Tracy, and it was the same-sex family project. And I was really excited about it because it was a brand new project. It was going to be meeting the needs of LGBTQIA plus parents and carers and their children. It was about valuing their family type. It was about encouraging the children and young people to have pride in their family type, and it was to enable the mums. It was mostly mums, but there were a few brave dads that joined us, and it was to enable them to feel confident and comfortable going out as a family and just living their best lives.
And what year was that when you started?
That was 2015, October, the
2015.
5th of October 2015.
And do you have a recollection of what it was like with the families? Were they still experiencing stigma around being the same-sex families?
They were, yeah, a couple of them. I remember very distinctly them saying to me that they weren't even comfortable going out to do their grocery shopping
Right.
as a family because people would come up and say, "Oh, your baby's lovely. Is this your sister?" You know,
Yeah,
just
nobody.
instead of just minding their own business. They just had to, just had to say something. So, and these people, these mums were saying, "Yeah, this is my friend," because they were then embarrassed, so it the main aims of the same-sex family project were to just empower people to have that comfort zone. And um in terms of the activities that we offered, we did like a wee rhyme time, and the libraries do rhyme times, and I'm sure some mother and toddler groups do rhyme times, but it wasn't always comfortable for the families to go to those. So when they built up a wee bit of confidence coming to this one, they were then able to go out into the wider community and attend these activities with their family and be proud of their family.
And I recall back from back then, some of the parents saying they would if they were outed and they were asked which of you is the real mummy.
Yeah,
Isn't that one of the frequent
some of the
questions?
language that people use, I don't know if it was a wee touch of thoughtlessness or, you know, nosiness and a wee touch of bigotry, um, or lack of knowledge, lack of knowledge and not being sure what is the right thing to say. Because both those mums are the mum or the real mum, you can differentiate if you must between the biological and the non-bio mum, but both of those mums are the mums of that child or those children. So it's not really people's business how that wee person was made.
And in terms of birth certificates and stuff, were there issues around?
There were issues back then, back in the day, 10 years ago, there were issues. And to the best of my knowledge, that has all settled down now. There were people used to phone up and say if we use a known donor, and there was always a lot of complications around that. Um, and but now, and then it used to be the case where you had to be married when you um had the child for both of your names to be on the birth certificate, but to the best of my knowledge, that is not the case anymore. So certainly there have been a lot of improvements and steps forward in that area.
Good. So how long did the project last?
So the same-sex family project was a 5-year project, and it was amazing. It was huge. The first I started in the October, and the first big event I did was Halloween party, obviously. Love my Halloween. And it was in the old building next door there, and we had the whole of the large activity space in the top. And it was just great crack, meeting everybody. And I mean, some of those children still, still have been attending, still attended my last activity with them there. So they have really grown up with me, from wee totes
Amazing.
to mighty fine young people.
So full disclosure, I did come to work with Grania in year 3 of the
Year
project.
three of the project, and it was absolutely amazing to have you there, Joe. It was we just got on so well, and we had some some great
We
crack.
did some good times.
There was we did a weekly rhyme time, wasn't it?
Weekly
Weekly
round
rhyme
time on a
time
Friday. Yep.
round in the boardroom, round in on the first floor here, and we would clear away the tables and set out our mats and get our toys set out, and then if nobody came, we did our yoga practice
That's right.
while we were waiting for.
Personal development.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I still
But
remember
yeah.
some of those wee songs.
Oh, I love the wee songs and the wee rhyme bag, and the babies and the wee toddlers got to pick out a toy from the rhyme bag, and that was a visual representation of the song that we would sing, and
And
good times.
even though I was only there for 2 years of the project, we went through many costumes,
We did.
different
We loved dressing up.
fancy dresses and Christmas,
We were
Halloween.
elves. We were
Yeah,
you were a genie one Halloween.
I was a genie
You were
one
a
time.
genie.
It's Woody from Toy Story.
Yes,
Or a
I was a
ladybird.
ladybird. Oh gosh, I can't remember who. Elves at Christmas time.
Your face was pure red,
My
wasn't
face
it?
was pure
And
red,
there was a child crying.
and a child burst into tears, which is so funny. I didn't mean to scare your child. I'm so sorry.
She was a ladybird, not a
I
plague
was a
victim.
ladybird, and I actually wore that costume to up to the dairy group as well, and
In
I
public on the
out
bus.
in public on the bus, and I was wearing a like a cloak thing that was a ladybird shell, and I took it off, so I actually was just with this full face of red with black dots, and I looked like Darth Maul from Star Wars, and people were just looking at me on the bus, and I thought, okay, but they love Halloween up there, so they really should have known.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure they did. I'm sure they didn't mind one bit. So yeah, very good times in the same-sex family project. We also reached a lot of organizations. We reached a lot of families. We outgrew the space that was available to us in the building. We had to rent the big room round in the Ramada. We were getting 70, 80, 90 people coming to our big events. It was the glory days. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Yep. We had Santa come to
We had
visit.
Santa, we had an inflatable grotto with Santa, remember that? And yeah, it was really good. Good times, good times.
So now you're departing now.
Now
And
I am leaving, but after those 5 years, it was the Empowering Children and Young People funding stream, and the group that we had here was called the Here Together group. That was named by one of the young people, and it worked with children and young people who were a bit older, 7 to 25. Now I'd say probably our oldest was about 14. And it ran for the past 5 years, and it started during the COVID. So it all started online, and you've never heard anything until you've heard 10 children learning how to play the ukulele online. It's quite an experience. It is quite an experience.
with the delay of
With the
Zoom.
delay, and the poor teacher, I don't know how she did it, and she was just like muting everybody and then one at a time, and it was really good fun chaos. Love a bit of chaos online. Yeah, so that started online, so it didn't have the best start, but it did really pick up, and actually the online activities were great, the quizzes and game session. You can do game sessions online. It's quite amazing, and we used things like Kahoot for the quizzes, and the families joined as a family team, and it was good fun. Yeah, it was really good fun.
And the same-sex family project was the only one in the north of Ireland.
The only funded project, yeah, absolutely, the only funded same-sex family project in the north of Ireland.
And to this day still.
Yeah, and that's something to be really proud of, that we were able to provide that service.
Do you think there's still a need?
I think there is still a need for, definitely, for support for the parents with the younger children. I think getting in just support with even peer support, and for the adults and for the children as well. I think definitely there's definitely more support needed for the younger age range of children just to get through, nursery, primary, and even maybe into the first year of post-primary for that transition from primary to post-primary. Children have to come out about their family type all over again, and they just might need that wee bit of extra support and confidence, a wee boost in their, in their confidence about that.
Yeah.
But it has just been fantastic. Like it really has. There's some some cracking memories of the project and all the things that we got to do. And we worked with so many wonderful people. We worked with Big Carnival doing a brilliant project. And we had a banner. The adults made a banner, and we all walked behind it at Pride, and the children and young people put on a show for us, and it was just absolutely amazing to work with the big carnival crowd and conservation volunteers. We did several projects with them. We went to their premises up in Foster Green and in Cultra, what do you call it? We
The
call it
museum,
museum. Yeah, the
transport.
Folk and Transport Museum. And they're brilliant space and did lovely activities there. And then they've been around in Belfast Urban Garden as well. So we went round there and did a couple of sessions, and it's just lovely to bring in other groups to work with, because I'm sure they got
Yeah,
bored seeing my face all the time, and just to bring in such enthusiastic other groups. So that was really lovely to be able to work with them as well.
brilliant. What do you see as the future of same-sex family support going forward? If we move into the hub, for example, in Royal Avenue.
I would like to see it very much continued. This is the end of this funding stream, but I would hope that a role would be carried on to offer support to run the groups. I think that is going to happen indeed. And there's scope for having nicer areas for the groups to work in, and yeah, it could be amazing. Of course, it could be indeed.
Excellent. Ronnie, thank you. I just want one more question for you, or one more task. You're going to join me and we're going to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
That's exactly what that was for.
1, 2, 3.
I can't remember the tune.
One,
Two,
two,
three,
three,
four,
four,
five.
five.
Once
Once
I
I
caught
caught
a
a
fish
fish
alive.
alive.
6,
6, 7, 8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
Then
Then
I
I
let
let
him
him
go
go
again.
again.
Why
Why
did
did
you
you
let
let
him
him
go?
go?
Because
Because
he
he
bit
bit
my
my
finger
finger
so.
so.
Which
Which
finger
finger
did
did
he
he
bite?
bite?
This little finger
On
on my
my
right.
right.
Oh, brings back such memories, Joe. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Grania.
Thanks, Joe.